Hello everyone, my name is Ciara and welcome back to my channel. And please do remember, if you do not like what we say, how we say it, or why we say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And again, I am once again joined by my Pisces twin for this reading.
Sorry.
And so for today's video, we are of course doing the October pick-a-card. So what kind of messages, what things do you need to know for the October month, which is definitely, I think, one of our favorite months of the year.
Yes, it is.
Also, for all of you who are interested in getting personal readings, if you look down in the description box, you will see that there is a new private reading option, which is the special Pisces Twin Reading video. So me and both my Pisces Twin would be reading your personal cards for you. If you have any more questions about that, or if you would like to book a reading, please do see that email that's also down in the description. And as far as availability, currently, I am booked for personal readings for September, so open slots are going to be for October. So with that said, let's go ahead and talk about the piles today. And so for pile 1, we have the Bumblebee Jasper. For pile 2, we have the Goldstone. For pile 3, we have the Yellow Obsidian. For pile 4, we have the Mookite Jasper. So once again, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. And of course, we are once again using Fire Witch Tarot's What the F is the Problem little extra messages for the ending of each video, or each pile, I mean. So with that said, please do take as much time as you need to, concentrate, meditate on the piles, and really choose the one that is calling to you. And of course, if you choose more than one pile, that is perfectly fine, because these are general readings, so there are a lot of messages for a lot of different people, and so your personal message might be across multiple different piles. All right. And so with that said, let's go ahead and dive into all of you who chose pile 1 with the Bumblebee Jasper. And please do remember that there are 2 of us doing this reading because I'm joined by my Piscean twin. And so with that said, let's go ahead and jump into what you should know about October. So we have, for your tarot, we have the Hierophant. We have the 5 of Bats. We also have the Tower, the Fool, as well as Judgment. Wow. This is going to be a big month, I think, for you guys, pile 1. This is some interesting cards we have here. What's really standing out to me right now is the 5 of Bats and the Tower. Because in this particular tarot deck, which is the Halloween tarot, bats represent swords, pumpkins are pentacles, ghosts are cups, and then imps are the wands.
So obviously you guys have what, 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana right here. So yeah, this is some serious energy going on here for the month of October. Obviously there's some big change that's just going to shake you, but it's also going to be good because it's going to bring about a new beginning. So where one door closes, another opens.
So what I'm seeing is that, especially with that 5 of Bats and the Tower, I feel like there's going to be some sort of conflict in this month that it's going to lead to the ending of something and the beginning of something new. Because with the 5 of Bats, I feel like there might be a conflict with a specific person. It could be maybe a, a power figure in your life. So maybe like a masculine figure, or like a father figure, or a mother figure, a boss, or something along those lines. Because with that 5 of Bats, that's usually referencing battles, of conflicts. 5 is also change. And so I'm especially getting here maybe an argument, some sort of miscommunication happening between people, somebody who doesn't want to admit that they're wrong, or maybe that they're misusing power. And so I feel like for you guys, you will need to kind of walk. Everybody sees this person for who they really are, and are not buying their bullshit anymore. Because even like the moon's face is just looking down on this, bully figure. I feel like here that's just like, what are you doing, dude? Like, just stop it. Like, everybody, there's people who are hurt in this situation, other people who are trying to comfort the hurt party, because again, they're seeing this person for who they truly are now, I feel like.
What I was getting here is that obviously something's going to occur where, you're going to be releasing something as well that, is no longer serving you. The advice I get here is to just go ahead and surrender it up to the universe, because ultimately, when we have things that occur in our lives that are sometimes uncomfortable, and we get into this frame of mind, we're like, oh, why is this happening to me? What is going on here? There's a reason for it. It's because there's something better for you than this particular situation or person or whatever. So when you just finally just go, oh, and you just release the pain, release, the anxiety or anything that is associated with it, and you just like surrender and give it up to the universe, then that's when the shift occurs. You can start again, fresh and new. And you find, you rise. If you look there, it says, awaken, sleeper, rise. Mm-hmm. You what ultimately occurs from this is, like, when you're questioning it, is this is for your highest good. This is what is best for you. No matter if it's uncomfortable at first, in the end, you're going to figure it out, and you're going to be like, oh, thank God, that happened.
Again, especially with that awakened sleeper, I feel like what came through is, again, like, somehow you're going to learn and you're going to wake up to the fact that maybe there's a certain person in your environment. Maybe they're like a psychic vampire or something that has been, draining you. Maybe even, I don't want to be super negative necessarily, but like stealing from you possibly, or keeping things away from you. And you're going to wake up to this. Maybe somebody of a higher authority, or maybe like a spiritual message, is going to come through and awaken you to this. It's going to be your tower moment where it's like finally releasing this so that you can get back onto your fool's journey and, complete this chapter. So moving on into some of your other cards to get more clarity, we have the Green Man with the forces of nature favor you, and we have the Dragon with strength and wisdom, which I think is pretty interesting because from the weekly reading that I just posted, I feel like both of these cards came up for one pile.
Pile two.
Yeah, so that's pretty wild that this is coming up again. So with the Green Man, this is really talking about communing with nature, going out into nature more, working with that element. And with the Dragon, I feel like, again, have strength, have wisdom, and maybe there's somebody in your life that is going to help you to gain more of that strength and wisdom, again, on a certain situation that might be kind of difficult.
The Dragon can also actually represent a adversary or a worthy challenge. Well, that makes a lot of sense considering you've got this tower and this 5 of bats. So be on the lookout for that. Also, there could be somebody in your life that is a dragon.
Chinese sign.
Yeah, I have them in my life. But they're not dangerous adversary. So yeah, this could just represent that. It could represent somebody who's going to pose a challenge to you as well, or a challenging situation. So I highly recommend going out and grounding yourself in nature to help get your wits about you.
And that will also help you to, activate your own strength and wisdom, I feel like, so that you can meet this challenge head on. Like this, so this tower moment isn't like completely out of your control. Like you face it head on with a lot of strength and wisdom. And so it's not a scary thing because of that. We also have the card of affirmation for positive change. So with this card,
somebody lives near the water. I'm totally getting that from this. I just that's like the message. And I'm also getting the fact that some of you could be water signs, definitely. Pisces. I'm getting Pisces because you got the little mermaid out there saying, hey. Maybe you're there could be some Navy people out there, some Coast Guard people.
So something that's standing out to me, of course this is the Halloween Tarot, but in each one of these cards there is a black cat, and funny enough we have a black cat reappearing here as well. Again, this kind of lines up with everything else that we're seeing here with, positive change coming through, change happening, and it's going to completely transform you so that you can go and move into a completely new direction. And again, in order to engage with that, it's like have positive self-talk, do positive affirmations so that you can meet, obviously the challenge and this change head on. In fact, what this card is talking about is change can be scary, and sometimes we resist making changes because we are afraid we'll make things worse instead of better. The best way to get past this fear is to direct your energy toward making sure any shifts are positive. Ask the power of water to move you in the right direction, and put your intention into the world as clearly and decisively as you can. So yeah, exactly. So you guys, not only should you maybe be working with nature, but you should also be using like the element of water to help with like cleansing or other sort of affirmation work that you're trying to do, because water is very much affected by the words that we say, and we of course are made up of quite a lot of water as it is, so there's a lot to think about right there. So the next card that we have up here is Athame with boundaries, which again is lining up with, I think, this situation with the Five of Bats. It's like you guys need to set up a positive protective barrier around you. Again, again, possibly a psychic vampire that's like trying to drain your energy. And so you need to, again, protect your energy, set out positive boundaries.
Mickey agrees.
And so, again, that goes back to, I think, this affirmations for positive change. And
the way he is looking at me right now is hysterical.
So yeah, you are being diverted from your path. Focus on what is truly important. Honor your beliefs and yourself. Don't give into the superficial demands of others. Set clear boundaries. You would benefit from energy healing. So again, It's like maybe there's somebody who's trying to like dominate your path, what you're doing, or taking too much from you because you're so giving and you're not realizing how much this person is taking without giving back to you. And so it's time to kind of set up a firm, like, no boundaries, this is what I'm doing. This is the path I'm moving towards.
So yeah, back to that psychic vampire thing. Yes, there's for some of you, definitely, I feel like there is somebody out there who is just sucking you dry of your energy. What came to me is definitely look into doing some cleansing salt baths to help to restore your energy. If you haven't done that before, it's so awesome. It's a wonderful feeling to do. Also, what's even more powerful than just doing a salt bath in your bathtub, which is convenient, you can do it anytime, is if you do live near a body of water that is definitely, if it's salty, like an ocean or something, head out to the ocean and go take a dip, because that is incredibly powerful. And it's a great way to connect with nature as well.
Mm-hmm. And so the next card we have here is card 48 with obedience, which is totally majorly justice vibes coming through here. Karma. So let's see what else this card is really talking about. Also, I feel like with the word obedience, it's just making me think of the Hierophant. So again, maybe this is related to a sort of authority figure in your life. So let's see.
And the number 48 could be of significance. Also 3, because that equals, when you take it down, it's a 3.
There are rules for everything. The sun rises, the moon sets, and they dance together in perfect steps. What rules are you considering when you ask your question? Again, that kind of goes back to the Hierophant here. I knew it. With, when we're talking about the Hierophant, we're talking about traditions. We're talking about institutions of like higher learning, of, kind of like scheduled things that have a certain set practice to it, kind of like rules and regulations. So you will be sorry if you are going to break a rule, and this is in place to protect you and others. Even though you may not like authority right now, this is the time to obey what has already been set in motion. This is the time to learn the lay of the land and to follow the customs that keep things in order. Learn the steps of the dance before you attempt to change them to suit you. So there's a little, bit of wisdom there to kind of consider what is happening in your situation, maybe the certain people involved, maybe it's a work situation or a school situation. Before you go and you jump to, making a certain action, think about what rules or, rules around the situation that could negatively affect you if you make a certain step or a certain decision. Again, that goes back to, I think, boundaries as well. Maybe you're not setting firm rules and boundaries for yourself in engaging with maybe this other person or this certain situation. So next up, we have the third chakra with Archangel Shamuel. And then we have the Happy Family card, card 4 in reverse. So, what I was definitely getting off looking at that card, that maybe this person, this situation that we're talking about here, that seems to be appearing in the cards, is related to a family member. Again, maybe like an authority family member, like a grandfather, a father, a mother, a grandmother, whatever. Like some sort of what is the word I'm looking for?
Patriarchal or matriarchal?
Yeah, like family member, possibly. So with this card in reverse, it's talking about when the Happy Family card is reversed, it indicates a separation or emotional distance from family members or close friends. This disconnect may be from your family of origin, such as your parents or siblings, or it may be that something is standing between you and your present family members, whether it be your children or your spouse. Where there could be some hostilities that need to be worked out, or perhaps some fences that need to be mended. Communication and patience may be called for here. So let your intuition be your guide. Remember, real healing starts where you choose to become your own loving parent, sibling, spouse, friend, or child. The lesson in every relationship is self-honoring, and sometimes the karma is just to let go.
Wow. Yeah. Didn't I mention that earlier?
I think so.
A little bit?
Yeah.
So, and then you have the third chakra, which is Archangel Shamuel, which is, he is all about love. This is a reminder for you to love yourself and to recognize your own personal power in this situation. Don't let anybody take that away from you. Hello, energy vampire. So, make sure that you work with your personal power center.
Solar plexus.
Yeah, your solar plexus chakra. Maybe use or wear a lot of yellow stones. It could help with this situation to keep you strong. And just know that you are being protected by, loving angels who are out to protect you, and they're guiding you, and it's, they love you.
So some things I'm seeing here, it's like we have the circle around his head here. We also have a circle behind her as well, so that might be important. Even the rainbow is mimicking that. And also with that family card, it might not just be family, because it was kind of mentioning maybe something is blocking you from connecting to your family. So with that, when that came up, I was thinking of like a kind of like dominant, kind of controlling, again, spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend or something like that, who's trying to like keep you away from family or certain friends because whatever their issue might be. Also with Shamuel here, this is talking all about desires, your personal energy. Also, makes me think of creativity as well. So kind of, what are your true desires? What is it you truly want to go after in your life? And who maybe is kind of blocking your path or keeping you away from that?
What Nosferatu is coming for you.
Exactly. So next up, we have organization. Purpose, planning, efficiency now come to me so easily. Card 42. Again, that is so a Hierophant kind of energy because it's all about, again, when I saw organization, it made me think of like institutions or actual organization. And then also just the act of scheduling, of planning, efficiency, keeping things going on the right track here.
Yeah, it's it's a kind of freedom that allows us to be direct and clear in our work, gifting us time and energy to spend at play. If this card shows you, the universe is asking you to begin to learn about the liberation you can reach through organization and structure, which is that Hierophant, totally. You will begin to manage and structure your time and be very clear in your approach to spending your energy. You will waste less and do more with what remains. When we are organized, it clears space and time for spirit to sing through.
And so with that, what was coming to your mind, it's like once you're able to, again, plan, schedule things in a way that's like healthy and daily for you. And again, setting those firm boundaries about certain things like, hey, this is my work time, this is my study time, and nobody is going to mess with that. That is going to allow you to have way more freedom because then because I've kept to my schedule, I've achieved and I've, ticked off everything on my checklist for the day. And so now I can just enjoy and be free with the Fool here and just kind of have fun. And again, when you're able to plan and know what's happening, it's going to open it up so that you can. I'm getting a sense of planning for trips in the future, of traveling. Like once you have all your ducks in a row, you're going to be able to take that trip for some reason. That's what's coming through. And so finally, the last card we have here is, of course, the Fire Witch Tarot.
Which is a bit of sass.
Yeah, a little.
At your ass.
Quite a little bit of sass. And so what does it say? Too much partying! Look, organization, purpose, planning, efficiency. Too much partying.
Yeah, this is just a warning for some of you out there to ease back on the partying a little bit, learn some balance, learn how to organize your time a little bit better. Yeah,
What I'm getting off this is, again, saying yes to too many things. And so you're overwhelmed. Like this friend comes up to you, maybe like say you're in college or something, or you're in school and you have a big test coming up. And it's like, you need to study for it and, get everything organized so that you can achieve what you need to. But you have like friends who say, oh, come out with us, go hang out, let's go shopping or something. And of course you want to go have fun with your friends and be free like the Fool, but maybe they're demanding too much of you. Maybe you need to understand when it's time for work and when it's time for play here. Yep. So, yeah, I think that is everything we're seeing here in your cards for the month of October. If this reading resonated, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below what you thought about it. Of course, if you would like to help and support the channel, there are links all down in the description for that, as well as my Instagram, my twins' Instagram. And again, if you're interested in getting a personal reading from me or for both of us, there is going to be information down there for that as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. For all of you who picked pile 2 with the gold stone, let's go ahead and dive into your cards. And please do remember, if you hear more than one voice, that is because I'm joined by my Piscean twin. And so let's go ahead and look at your cards. So for your tarot, we have the World, we have the 7 of Ghosts, and then we have the Queen of Ghosts. So a lot of water energy right here. Interesting. So with the World and the 7 of Ghosts, I feel like there's a lot of options before you in October. There's lots of, you're kind of up in your mind a lot, I feel like, in October. You're very dreamy. You're kind of, there's just lots of ideas flowing in.
I feel that the veil is pretty thin right now, as you saw if you were watching her last video. Yeah. I feel like in October, your psychic abilities and your intuition are going to be on fire. And you're going to be receiving messages. Pay attention to your dreams. Like I always say, dream journal. The minute you wake up, write down what you remember. Trust me, it comes back and you will be amazed at how much of it is accurate. So, yeah, I really feel that you're going to be able to really open up that third eye, and you're going to be receiving a lot of information.
Because especially when you look at this word card, it almost looks like a portal opening. And sort of, I'm definitely picking up on that as well. And again, the 7 of, which this is the 7 of Cups essentially, is a very dreamy kind of card. It's about kind of illusions, options, dreams, and
well, it's kind of funny because they're like all, hey, let's all give a bunch of different choices. And this person's like, oh, gee, what am I going to do? And then all of a sudden it's like, it comes to you. Hey, here's what it is. And the ghost is literally telling her what's up. He's given her those messages.
Yeah, with that Queen of Cups, essentially, I feel like you, again, like heightened psychic gifts in this month, as well as, being very nurturing, being in that creative watery energy. I also feel like there's some prosperity coming through this, because it's like I'm looking at these, I don't know what it's supposed to, it looks like coins.
Yeah, it does, but I think it's supposed to be like sand or rocks, but it does look like gold.
Yeah. And again, I feel like the world is kind of opening up for you in this month. Like something, like the completion of one story is going to happen here. It's going to open you up to a lot of options.
I think that there's some hidden treasures as well. Like, because, the fish is like a incredibly, powerful, profound kind of symbol anyway, like throughout history and whatnot. Also, can represent, yes, and religion. So perhaps there's going to be some insight also that's coming to you that's incredibly powerful or spiritual, or maybe some of you are actually going through a spiritual awakening.
Also, what I really noticed here was like on the flag here, it looks like a rocket ship. Maybe the stars or something are important. Maybe like you work in aerospace or something, or an interest in astronomy or astrology, a star seed perhaps even. Let's go ahead and look at more of your cards that we have here to get more insight. So we have serendipity with bright and new prospects are on the horizon. Yes, that is definitely what we're getting here with that Seven of Ghosts in the world. There are a lot of options before you, and they're all positive. They're all going to be possibly beneficial for you. It's just a matter of kind of making a choice about it. And then we have the Golem with a close friend acts on your behalf. And what I find really interesting about this is that this figure standing here kind of looks like this figure here. So yeah, maybe a friend or somebody close to you is going to help you in this connection. I'm also getting the sense that maybe this person is like an ancestor that's passed on and is going to be sending you information, or maybe a guardian of some sort. That connection as well. So whether they're in the physical world or the spiritual world, somebody here is going to help you. And finally, we have the key. Locked doors can now be opened. Exactly.
Wow.
Things are opening up. The veil is opening up. There's going to be a lot of messages coming through, a lot of options. And you're going to be able to unlock something again, kind of finding those hidden treasures again that you weren't able to grasp before.
So also with the serendipity card, it's about a chance meeting or discovery. As one door closes, another opens. Bright new prospects are on the horizon. So perhaps this could be somebody you will be meeting as well, that's going to have a key for you for your future or your destiny. They're going to help you big time. So yes, it could be an ancestor, a spirit guide, whatever. But it also could be an actual physical person who's coming into your life, who's really going to have this key that's just going to advance you big time into your career, love life, whatever. It's just going to completely, spark that, and it's going to change you, because it's, that's what the World card is all about. It's about, beginnings and endings, pretty much.
Yeah, especially with that wording, as one door closes, another opens. That is totally the world, because that's, again, it's the ending of one thing, but it's still the beginning of another. It's the cycle of the Fool's journey and starting the Fool's journey once again here. So next up, we have affirmations for healing of the heart. So, interesting. I'm noticing it looks like sage is burning there, so maybe cleansing your space might be important for some of you.
I got this person is this person for some of you.
Somebody new who's going to be comforting you in some way. Let's see, what is this one? So for the affirmation for healing the heart, it says, life can be tough, and there are times when all of us feel sad and brokenhearted. Relationships that don't work out, the loss of pets or human loved ones, illness, disappointments, there are plenty of things that leave us wounded and aching. It is okay to be sad, but when that sadness doesn't go away or interferes with our ability to function in a healthy way, we may need to look outside ourselves for help in moving past it. That can mean family or friends, a counselor, or reaching out to a deity for healing. Be kind to yourself and allow others to be kind to you too. So again, maybe in October, I don't feel like there's something necessarily like a loss going to happen in October, but maybe you're going to be reminiscing or thinking about somebody who has passed on, or maybe a situation that ended a little while ago, and it's just kind of like a resurgence, almost like, what is it, seasonal sadness or seasonal depression or something. And
which is worse in some parts of the world than others. So
because in some cases, for us over here on, I forget the terms, but for us it's autumn right now, but on the southern hemisphere it's spring right now. So again, it could be either way. And so there could be a call to reach out to somebody, a close friend or whatever it may be, to work through this kind of like moment.
This person has your back, like big time. They will defend you to the end. That's what I get off this. They are extremely protective of you, and they really want to help you and guide you and just, be there for you.
And so the next card we have here is Prosperity. And this is really talking about what you have wished for will flourish into fruition. You are rewarded for your hard work. Don't give up, for success is just around the corner. Your positive attitude and gratitude leads to good fortune. Prosperous circumstances surround you. You weep what you sow. So again,
You reap. You said weep.
oh, reap. But yeah, it's like, again, this kind of reminds me of, this autumn season anyway. And so,
Well, this was,
that was like last month.
yeah, it was August, right?
Yeah, so 2 months ago, I guess.
Or that could be a significant time period in 2020 for you where, this cycle really comes to a head and you are extremely prosperous come the end of next summer.
Or it could possibly be like during this time, this year, something was sort of set in motion and you're going to see maybe a result of that in this month of October, possibly. But again, it's prosperity. We were kind of picking up on that right here. I just keep going back to this. It feels like something like that, like material success or finding out something that is going to lead to prosperity possibly. And so the next card we have here is Loyalty with card 33.
Wow.
So yeah, you have
This
a very
person is loyal.
you have a super loyal friend who's going to help and support you, or just a loyal person in general. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So this card is talking about you're being called to stand up for who and what you believe in. Do you know the story? Loyalty is tested at times, and you may be asked to assess whether others deserve your loyalty. Sometimes you find yourself in a position where it's difficult to speak up for another person or cause, or even for yourself. Now is the time to be faithful to your best qualities and to leave the rest behind. This is a true test of character. You can choose rightly. Stand up for what you believe and be loyal only to what is true and good. So again,
I see the master number 33 is right there. So this person, that number could be a significance to you, but also this person or you could be a master number 33.
And so next up we have card 20 with Envy, and we have card 32 with Door to Spirit. So this is a pretty interesting combination right here.
Weird.
Interesting. I think, what is it, this card? She's holding a platter of pearls, which is kind of funny because that kind of reminds me again of this for some reason. And so what I got off this when I see it here is that, maybe moving away from a specific person or a situation where like this energy is prevalent and kind of choosing to go on a spiritual path instead. So with that envy, of course, it's talking about being envious or, wanting what others have, or believing that because somebody else has this that you can never achieve it for yourself, because again, you're not seeing how many failures that person went through in order to get there, and sort of you're kind of misjudging yourself in regards to that because you're kind of thinking, oh, I've had all these failures, but this person seems to be so successful. But again, you're not seeing the other side of sort of the grass here, I feel like. In this, again, that might not apply to you specifically, but maybe another person around you who's kind of in this energy.
I think it's just a warning to watch out for envy, and just whatever you do, don't go down that path. There might be a situation where somebody's having some success around you and you start to feel envious. Don't. Instead, feel gratitude and happiness for them, because everything you think, everything you say, and you put it out there, it comes back threefold, if not 10 times worse. So please, as a warning to the community and the collective consciousness out there, please stop it with the freaking leaving of rude comments and stuff. It's useless, and it just comes back to bite you in the ass. But I feel like there's somebody around you that could be throwing some shade your way, and you just need to remember, focus on this. Don't focus on that.
Yeah, it feels like this is kind of related to maybe this, again, that situation of maybe loss in some way that you're kind of revisiting. And again, it could pull you into this negative mindset. But you need to remember, especially with the door of spirit here, it's talking about this door opens onto the expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. The orbs of light are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your eternal identity, the source of all true value and power. This door opens onto truly unlimited potential, for the change that happens here reaches deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spiritual world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices.
Wow.
Now is the time to open up to the unexpected guidance and inspiration of spirit and to the magic and power of your true identity. So this is a big month for you guys to really claim your true identity, and especially your identity as somebody who is intuitive, who could be very psychic, who has a clair ability possibly. And again, not believing in sort of a lack mindset, or that, somehow those powers are bad, or that they're, they lead to negative things. Kind of like, I don't know, this just popped in my head. I've seen a couple people who have this sort of idea that you can't buy tarot cards for yourself and that you have to have them gifted to you by another person, or they're going to turn into negative things. It's like, personally, I do not believe that. I don't see any proof of that. It really just depends on the energy that you have with a certain tarot deck. Yes, some tarot decks that you might purchase, you might not energetically connect to, but so that's why it's so important not to buy a tarot deck that you don't feel an energetic tie to. And even when you do purchase one, it's like you should cleanse it, you should charge it with your energy, and keep it close to you, carry it for a while so that you can charge it with your energy and that it understands you and you understand it.
Where your thoughts go, energy flows. So therefore, if you're going to give energy to somebody's weird, point of view, theory, their fears, because that's what that is. It's nothing but fear, okay? Fear of your own power, all right?
Or envy for another's.
Exactly. Do not buy into that crap. Please don't, all right? Where your thoughts go, like I said, energy flows. So if you think that, if I buy this for myself, that something bad's going to happen, it will, because you're setting it up to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
If you are putting your energy on an item and it's a part of you and you feel drawn to it, then it is meant for you. Okay? Don't, whatever you do, just people need to learn this. They need to understand that where you focus, and if you're sending out snotty things to the world, or you're saying negative things to people that you don't even know, you're going to get that right back. So just know that.
I feel like, again, when we have something like the Queen of Cups here, and then I feel like with this figure here, it's like you are a very sensitive person. You have this, energy about you where things affect you on a deep level, and that you can affect other things as well. So again, really how you think and what kind of thoughts you put out there, the words you say, again, are going to really affect not just you, but again, I feel like other people.
Manifestation. Okay, it's manifestation. You can manifest things, and if you're negative and you're being rude or snotty or mean or envious or whatever, you're going to manifest that into your life, and it's just going to keep coming. It just makes me laugh when I see these people who are like totally, negative, and they say hateful things to people like they don't even know. It's like, what do you think you're doing? Are you that narcissistic and psycho that you don't understand that you are setting yourself up to get a big fat dose of that right in your face? Don't do it. Just don't go down that path. It is an ugly, ugly path.
Again, I feel like, and again, if you're dwelling too much on past sadness or past losses, it could just manifest as more for you. So again, and also I feel like don't focus on maybe bad friendships in the past of maybe dealing with a person who was like this, because you can really call in somebody who is very beneficial for you, who's going to be very helpful and very loyal to you. So again, just keep in mind your mindset in October, and keep in a positive kind of place. And so moving into the next card we have here is harmony. So as I create, I will share harmony, divine, with love and care. So again, just embracing and interacting with the world and everybody in it from a place of love, of harmony, of care. Because again, you have that ability, especially with the Queen of Cups. Like, this is a very nurturing, caring figure. And so you have that ability. You can be very healing to other people, but you have to embrace harmony within yourself.
Harmony is when life seems to be in a state of rare and precious balance. Energy flows. We find ways to create connections with each other. Your strength grows, and you feel both understood by and understanding of others. For a while, there is a sense of cooperation and openness that is healing and wonderful. Harmony is precious, light-hearted state of being where changes can take place and transformation occurs, seemingly without force, strain, or effort. Harmony is indeed a magical and blessed state of being. If you have been chosen by this spell, the universe wishes for you to cease pushing, forcing, and straining your way through life. While your commitment and effort is acknowledged, it is now time for you to allow yourself to drop the many burdens you are carrying. The universe also wishes for you to experience that it is safe to just let things happen, if only for a while. It is time to receive what is already there for you. Manifestation. That which can seem to simply magically happen. If you surrender, open up to the harmony of the universe, and allow the space for this to happen. Wow.
Exactly. Again, I feel like that kind of relates back to this door of spirit of just trusting and kind of the universe that things are just going to happen. Because again, the opportunities are going to be presented.
What about this? The key.
Oh, yep.
And I feel like this person coming in is going to help you to learn how to give it up to the universe and just chill and relax and let things go.
Welcome in the world.
Yes.
And so finally, for a little bit of ending sass here with the Fire Witch Tarot's what the F is the problem, we have the message of don't settle for crumbs. Again, this goes back to not having a lack mindset. Have a prosperity mindset here. Again, don't be envious. And again, that's, even if you feel like, oh, I'm not envious or something, it's like, we all can be victim of like having a mindset where we see somebody, it's like, oh, how come they have this, but yet I can't achieve that for myself? Because again, that might not be your path. You might not achieve the same thing they are in the same way that you think they have. Again, you need to form and create your own path, your own divine harmony. It's what you make. So again, don't settle for crumbs, especially, even crumbs from other people. I feel like maybe this could be a figure who's been kind of like leading you on, kind of leaving breadcrumbs, and it's like you don't need this person. You can set out and achieve whatever you want on your own because you have that power about you. You are the Queen of Cups. So and whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. You have this manifestation power. You have this connection to the other side of the veil, of spirit, and you can commune with that, and you can align yourself with the universe to, again, achieve what you want. So don't settle for anything less than that.
Exactly.
So yes, with that said, I think that is everything we are seeing here in your cards. If this reading resonated for you, please do leave a like on this video, comment down below what you thought about it. If you would like to help and support the channel, there are always links down in the description for that, as well as links to my Instagram, my twins' Instagram, and again, if you're interested in getting a private reading, there's information there as well. So yes, thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. For those of you who picked Group 3 with the yellow obsidian stone, let's go ahead and get into your cards. But please do remember, if you hear more than one voice, that is because I'm joined by my Piscean twin. And so let's go ahead and start with your tarot cards, and we have the Knight of Ghosts.
Nice.
We have Strength, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Fascinating. So, of course, with something like the Knight of Cups, essentially here, it feels like, there's a person coming in. It could be a romantic partner, possibly. They have a message for you. Again,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to distract you guys, but there's this message that popped into my head. And it's just going, it's yummy goodness or something. That is what was coming into my mind. It's so weird. Okay, go on.
There's a big circus theme right here.
Yeah.
Because it's like we got the elephant.
We got some carnies going on out there.
You guys go into a circus maybe in October
Maybe
or something?
your life is like a circus right now.
Well, especially with something like the Wheel of Fortune here. It's like, the Wheel of Fortune is that energy of everything going. Also, we have 2 major arcanas here. So this is an important month for you guys. But it's like the Wheel of Fortune is all about this kind of up and down of just how things naturally flow in the universe. So again, you have moments where you're down, where things feel like, why is all of this happening to me? But then there's always an upswing. Things always turn positive. And I feel like there's a chance meeting going to happen here.
I don't know why, but what is it, the saying that goes, Ain't my circus, not my monkeys, or whatever was going through my mind as well. Maybe that's how you're feeling about a certain past situation as well, maybe. I don't know why I was looking at this card when I thought of that.
Yeah, feeling maybe like your life is kind of out of control, like you're
Okay, go on. Sorry.
like fate is controlling everything, and you're just kind of like, what is the word? I don't want to use the word victim to fate or something. Like you feel like bad luck always happens to you or something, but like no, things are about to change because the Wheel of Fortune is the only constant is change. So everything's just going to keep changing. And so that means things are going to turn positive, especially if you embrace your own personal strength here.
Yeah, I feel like that for some of you, you've already been down that road, and now you've channeled your inner strength, and that's why that I was getting that message. It ain't my circus, not my monkey. Sorry, it's like you're done with that crap. It's you're moving on.
Yeah, and because you're moving on, because you're finally like, you know what? Instead of fighting against the circus here, you join the circus essentially. And so it's like you find your place in the universe. You find your purpose. And it's like you know what road you're going on now. You know what sort of mark you've hit. And so you're just focusing on you. You're focusing on like self-care here. You're training something. You're nurturing something with strength here, because it's not about aggression. It's about mutual understanding and compassion with this strength card. And that is going to allow you to welcome in this Knight of Cups, essentially, who could be this very charismatic, knight on a white horse kind of situation. And especially since, we have a scroll here in the hand, I feel like there might be some sort of contract, some sort of proposal, an invitation to some sort of event, social event. It could be for work purposes, but it's going to lead to, a new connection that it goes beyond just a work thing, I feel like.
For some of you, I don't know if this is going to be significant. I get Las Vegas. Okay. That's like what came into my mind there. Also, some of you could be a Leo or, sun, rising, moon. This person is most likely a water sign.
Or has a dominant water element in their chart.
Exactly.
Also, I'm really picking up on the infinity symbol here on the back. So again, that goes back to fate. Everything has a cycle and steps that go through it, and it keeps moving. Everything keeps changing. So again, don't worry about so much about, if something isn't going the way you expected. There's a reason why it's not going the way you expected, because it's opening up the opportunity for something better to come in. And so next up we have the Sun. With your perseverance is rewarded. So again, you persevered through a hard time, and it's made you so much stronger for it. It's total Leo energy.
Yeah, hardcore, big time.
And so we also have the card of follow your dreams. Maybe your dream is to join the circus. Oh my God. And meditation for creativity. This is so much creative energy right here. Because again, it goes back to fire and water. It's like they're both very creative elements. And so you have both of that going on here. And so it's, again, follow your dreams. Just take the leap. Don't worry so much about all the other kind of like menial little things. Just follow your passion. And I feel like for some of you, it's definitely in the creative arts possibly.
Or performing, like an actor, actress, singer.
Lion trainer. Animal trainer of some sort.
Yeah.
Who knows? Anyway, it's just like some sort of creative passion. It could be literally anything. Maybe it's for finance, but it's like something that you have always wanted to do, always wanted to take that leap, but you've hesitated.
Computer programming and video game developers were also coming into my mind.
Mm-hmm. And so, oh my God, the next card we have here is Watchtower of the South with the summer. And again, it's total sun energy once again.
Wow.
So you guys have a really, maybe...
There's some fiery action going on here.
What is your sun sign, I wonder? Because or maybe like the sun in your natal chart is a dominant planet, possibly? Because there's just so much of that happening right here.
Exactly. If you haven't looked up your natal chart, I highly recommend you do. It is free to do online, and you should totally check to see what your dominant planets are. And if it is not the sun, I wouldn't, wow.
So again, so since this is the summer, this could reference that maybe the coming summer is going to be important for you guys, whether you're here in the northern hemisphere or the south hemisphere. But what's really crazy, this card talks about an old flame turns up.
Oh my gosh.
So maybe this is actually an ex who could be coming back, or maybe an old friend, or whatever, somebody from the past who reappears in your life. It also talks about romance is rekindled, new passion is breathed into a relationship. You are seeing the fruits of your labor. Your hard work has paid off. Enjoy the rewards. You have attracted the energy of abundance. Draw down the sun.
Oh my gosh.
That is crazy, guys. Wow. So yeah, there's a strong possibility for you guys who picked this pile that there's some sort of big rekindling of a romance coming. This could be also a past life connection that's coming back in.
Nice.
And it's so important for you guys, especially, to work with the energy of the sun, which is also the masculine energy.
Okay, and pay attention for synchronicities with sunflowers, the sun, lions, and scarabs as well. It could be, seeing it somewhere on a tattoo on somebody, infinity symbol as well. Just pay attention to those kind of things.
I feel like this person is calling you in, or you're calling them in, because I'm really, I just noticed this. It's like the cat looking into the crystal ball and seeing another cat, and it feels like,
Are you manifesting your soulmate or twin
Ooh,
flame?
runes,
Could be.
too.
Oh my gosh.
There's runes down here on the ground, so maybe runes are important, or maybe like Scandinavia for some reason. Also, I feel like pay attention to any sort of comets or like shooting stars. Maybe look up to see when another
UFOs?
when another like meteor shower could be happening. That might be a significant time for you guys.
Starseed.
Also starseeds.
This person could be a starseed.
And so next up we have the card Oath with card 49, and then we have Strength.
Oh my god.
Strength twice, guys. You got strength 2 times here. So that is super significant. Again, embrace your power, embrace your strength. And I feel like, again, this connection is very much connected to your purpose, your destiny. It's an oath that you both made to each other, maybe in a past life, before you reincarnated here to meet again.
In the Akashic Records.
Yeah.
It's like, it's
keep your
there.
promises.
Yeah, and look, tattoos. Wasn't I saying something about, like, pay attention to tattoos? There you go.
Wow. That is crazy. So stability, maybe connecting to trees, to the earth as well, to help to ground you with that strength energy. We also have, well, this is funny. We have card 33, Door to Romance in reverse. And then we have Strategy with card 21, which adds up to a 3. Wow. Okay, so let's talk about that Door to Romance in reverse.
This number was in the last deck as well. So that 33 energy, that master number 33 is coming through today, big time.
So with this card, in reverse, it's talking about that there could be a delay or disappointment where love is concerned. In a present relationship, it could also be a sign of distance or separation. For some, the door to love may seem to have been shut for a long time, but the energetic universe is always in a state of flow or flux. Again, that is like the Wheel of Fortune here. Knowing this, you can work on making changes in your daily life that will bring more love into your experience. Remember to make yourself and your own happiness a priority. Encourage yourself and always acknowledge how valuable and deserving you are of receiving your own love and that of others. Such choices in your attitude and self-treatment will shift any old energy of self-dismissal, changing your core consciousness and all that you attract. So tell the universe you are ready for real love because you are finally willing to give it to yourself.
Wow.
So again, that will help you to call in the person you want to, spend your life with or to connect with in that way. I feel like, again, it goes back to maybe a past situation. For some of you, could be current, of being in this energy right here of the Wheel of Fortune and thinking that you're completely out of control. Like, you are just sort of... And it goes both ways. It's like you feel like you're static, you're stuck, and that things aren't changing, but they are. And a part of it is just surrendering to fate. Just surrender to the Wheel of Fortune and just allow it to turn for you. Again, don't worry so much about the hows or the whys of it. Just trust. And again, work on that self-love here with the Door to Romance and welcome that in with the Strength. And so finally we have Strategy, which is all about making a plan. So this card shows a pen, journal, compass, and key. when you receive this card upright, it indicates that this is the opportune time for setting up a very specific strategy for achieving your goals. Write about the direction you want to go in. Consider any potential change in course that may be needed. Be aware of the particulars regarding your goals and have some conscious plan in mind. Structure the short-term goals needed to make your long-term goals a reality. This card is telling you to spend some time setting things in order. It's time to take full control. Add thought to action and set your sights on the road ahead.
Make that oath.
Exactly. You guys need to, if you make a promise to yourself to achieve something, to make these goals and just go out and achieve them, then stick to it. And again, I feel like taking control, becoming the master of your own circus here.
Well, they obviously clearly have plenty of strength, so
yes.
Work it.
And so, funny enough, the next card we have here is study. Let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. So again, you guys might need to spend more time, working on those goals. Like, what is it you want to achieve? Take more time to journal it out, to make plans. Again, work more on your creative, adventures, to following your dreams. You need to put in more practice, more work into that so that you can really create something magical here. And so finally, we have a sassy extra message here from the Fire Witch Tarot, and that is, was that shit seriously necessary? Again, I feel like it goes back to this Wheel of Fortune right here. Was that shit really necessary?
Yep.
Yeah, it was necessary because you needed to learn a lesson from it because it made you stronger. And so you've studied, you learned from it.
Exactly. My mindset is this. It's like, every person has had situations where they're like totally embarrassed about something that happened in their life, or they had a horrible relationship with somebody, or something really crappy happened in the past. Don't regret it. Don't hate on it, because no matter what, that situation and experience has made you who you are today. So if you regret it or look back on it, and be like, oh no, I wish that never happened, then you wouldn't be who you are today. So when you honor it and you recognize and go, yep, I learned from that, I got it, and you realize that you've grown from it, then, you can make peace with yourself and the world as well. So yes, that shit was necessary.
So I think that is everything. Okay, one last thing. It's like when I keep looking at this, it makes me think of Alice in Wonderland for some reason. So maybe that's significant for some of you. I don't know.
Did you fall down? Did you take the red pill or the blue pill? Did you fall down the rabbit hole?
So yes, with that said, I think that is everything we are seeing here in your cards. If this reading resonated, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below what you thought about it. If you'd like to help and support the channel in any way, there's always links down in the description for that, as well as to my Instagram and my twins' Instagram. And again, if you're interested in getting a personal reading, there's information down there for that as well. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. For those of you who picked the fourth and final pile with the Mookite Jasper, let's go ahead and dive into your cards. But please do remember, if you hear more than one voice, that is because I'm joined by my Piscean twin. So let's go ahead and start with talking about your tarot. And so we have the Five of Ghosts. I knew this card was going to come up somewhere in one of these piles, I swear. And so we also have the Knight of Pumpkins, another knight appearing. We also have the High Priestess. Wow. And then, yep, that is what we have for the tarot here. And so, wow. I feel like, again, with something like the Five of Ghosts here, which is essentially the Five of Cups, you guys, I think in October, you're finally moving out of this energy. I think you are moving out of kind of dwelling on past losses, past heartbreaks, and seeing that there's still opportunities before you, that, there's still two cups standing in, the Five of Cups, and that's an opportunity. I also feel like it's a partnership that is coming through here with the Knight of Pumpkins. I feel like, this is somebody who's been coming in for a very long time. It's just a slow moving energy since it's Earth, it's Pentacles. And so you might have been in a state where you were doubting if a new connection would ever come back in again, or a new situation that's going to be beneficial for you. But it is coming, I feel like, with this Knight of Pentacles. Also, with something like the High Priestess, it's of course, we're talking about the month of October, so the veil is thinning, and so psychic gifts, psychic powers, connections to spirits are going to be heightened a lot, and I feel like that could be a strong possibility here with you and the High Priestess being present. And so seek out more about that divine spiritual knowledge that you need to, invest more time in, because that will help to call in this person, connect to them even more, quickly, in a sense.
I get don't cry over spilled milk.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the first strong message I'm getting there, because there's something really good coming in, and it's long lasting and stable, helpful, prosperous, abundance, and I'm getting the feeling that this is you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, you can work that energy big time. Now, I'm like seeing this, and I don't know, I'm getting pomegranate, but I don't think that's a pomegranate, but
traditionally in the High Priestess, it is a pomegranate.
Why are they doing it like this when they grow on trees?
I
don't get that.
They almost look like cranberries to me.
I know, but pomegranate, wow. That could have significance for some of you. Maybe look into the story of Persephone and Hades.
Mm-hmm. Also, pomegranates are coming into season soon.
They are.
Which I can't wait for, because it's one of my favorite, any food, favorite thing, pomegranate. But yeah, there's definitely, I'm getting a strong sense with this pile for you guys that this is a lot about a connection, possibly a love connection. And speaking of which, your next cards we have here is the Maiden with a new relationship blossoms, and then the Caduceus with you will receive news from afar. So again,
right there,
that's the news that could be definitely coming in. I feel like, there's something significant with like medical practices, healing work. And again, you're ready to welcome in a new relationship. So you have to remember not to, again, dwell on, things that happened in the past that didn't go the way you expected.
And I was just talking about Persephone and Hades. And if you really do pay attention, you read the stories and stuff, she wasn't forced into that. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, learn about it, because maybe that's yours coming in.
And so also with you will receive news from afar, this person is not close to you. I feel like literally they could either be from a completely different city, a completely different country than you. And so that's why it's taken them so long to reach you. Partly because it could be an actual physical distance between you.
There's some serious communication, and they know how to use their words.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because you got,
Mercury.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
So the next card we have here is Plant the Seeds. Again, you guys should definitely work more on, what is it you want to grow? What is it you want to achieve? And again, like that spiritual practice, that spiritual knowledge, practicing more on your psychic gifts, I feel like. Set yourself up for a grand harvest here with the plant, with this card, especially since, the Knight of Pentacles here is the slow moving energy. It's all about kind of planting the seeds, nurturing them to growth, and really taking the time to, put in all the effort, all the work to achieve the best kind of harvest possible.
And she's working the earth, okay? This is earth sign right here. So either you or somebody out there is possibly, this is like earth sign energy big time, so.
And so, with the Plant the Seeds, all things that grow have to start somewhere, with seeds both actual and metaphorical, whether it is the seed of an idea, a new beginning, or a garden of magical herbs. You have to plant it, and then nurture it well to get the results you want. Caring for your seeds takes effort, but sometimes the biggest challenge is having the courage and forward momentum to plant them at all. What seeds are you planting in your life? And again, I feel like that goes back to this 5 of Cups here, and thinking like, again, don't dwell so much that you think something hasn't matured yet, something hasn't grown yet. It's like it takes time. It takes divine timing for things to arrive to, germinate here. And so next up we have Mabon with a balance, which actually just occurred. So yes, this occurred on the 23rd of September. And so again, I feel like it's the changing of the seasons here. It's all about getting your balance again.
I'm not sure. Those are supposed to be apples, I think, but they remind me of pomegranates as well. Again, so that, like I said, that fruit for some reason is just sticking in my mind on this one big time. So I don't know.
And so with this Mabon, it's talking about reflect upon the past. Upset or unhappiness is caused by an imbalance in your life. Eliminate anything or anyone who upsets the equilibrium. Embrace and get to fully know your shadow side. Hold on to only the lessons from past hurts. Seize the fruits of your labor. Again, seizing up, doing that harvest. And again, even though you reflect on the past, don't dwell in there. Again, if you're going to look at the past, think about, okay, this and this occurred, but what did I learn from it? Okay, that's what I learned from it. I can move on because I learned my lesson, and so it's made me stronger for it. And so next up, we have the cards. We have the High Priestess of Water.
Whoa.
And you literally have the High Priestess. And this is definitely related to the sign of Pisces. So, yeah, you guys could be a water sign, perhaps. Then we also have the Warrior with card 2. And again, I'm really picking up on this blue, energy in both these cards.
Communication, throat chakra. Big time.
Emotions, clearing up emotions. And then also with the Warrior, that just makes me think of the Knight of Pentacles.
He's good looking.
For sure.
They're good looking.
And so let's go ahead and talk about these. And it's card 2 and card 4. So those might be significant numbers for you guys. So
look, 2.
Oh, yeah.
2.
That's crazy. So when the Warrior appears to you, it's such a fortunate sign that no matter what is happening to you, in your life, you are truly protected. Whatever you are experiencing right now, all will be well. If your question is regarding love, this card represents someone who is deeply committed, protective, and kind to you. Totally that Knight of Pentacles energy. And so friendship and love are sacred, and these qualities are important for a relationship to grow. If this person doesn't have these qualities, then move on. For, spirit will send you someone who is a true warrior spirit instead. Remember, life is about learning and discerning who is true and who is not. There's another message here to consider. Do you embody these qualities in yourself? Now is a good time to think about how committed you are to your path. Again, how committed are you to actually planting the seeds?
2 + 2 is 4.
Yep. -1 is 3.
Quick maths.
So it's not quick math, it's quick maths. And so with the High Priestess of Water, this is all about reminding you that things change, like the powerful element of water. So water is a transforming element that flows in rivers, makes waves in the vast ocean, turns to hard, cold ice, and disappears as hot steam. Water can change into snowflakes, white fluffy clouds, and rain. When you draw the symbol of water, it signifies a time when things in your life are changing shape right before your very eyes. Go with the flow, as these changes are powerful signs of wondrous experiences, lessons, and gifts. Even if you don't understand these changes at the moment, you will later. And I got total chills when I was reading that.
Really? You want to know what came through for me? Is be like water.
Exactly.
Like Bruce Lee says, and he's a warrior. Okay? Literally, if you haven't watched that show, check it out. It's awesome. Okay? Seriously. Yeah. Maybe this person is into, he's a warrior. Like, literally, he trains in martial arts, or she does, or whatever. I'm getting that as a little message there, a little side note.
Again, they're going to be super protective.
Yeah.
And honoring and loyal, because that's what the Knight of Pentacles represents. Even though, some people can dwell on they're slow moving, and then maybe they're very, very methodical, they are very much about a certain structure of things. It's like they're very loyal. They're very sensual as well. All the earth signs usually are. And so let's go ahead and look at the next cards we have. We have the Thinking Woman with card 47, and then we have Deceit in the reverse, which is actually a really good sign. So let's go ahead and talk about that Deceit card in reverse. So with 25, it's all about, it puts you on notice that the deceit of the past is over or is about to end. Perhaps some anonymity at work is being resolved, or maybe a more open communication has developed in your personal life. Be assured that the negative and dishonest energy is on its way out, and take advantage of a new, peaceful, and open environment where one where you will be able to forge more success in greater comfort. On a deeper level, this card reversed is telling you that the period of self-deceit is over. You're now ready to see the abiding truth of your own value, power, and deserving. It may take continued effort, but your honesty with yourself regarding these truths will bring even greater value into your life. Again, that goes back to working kind of on the shadow self, which I believe was mentioned for you guys in your pile.
And you said something about communication there, too.
Yep.
And there's that communication
and healing
again. Yeah.
And so with 47, with the thinking woman, let's see what it is saying. This card shows a woman holding a book, standing before a staircase. Oh my God. Shows a woman holding a book.
No way.
That is crazy. Ready to lead you to a higher understanding. This woman could be a friend who helps you express and understand your feelings. Or she could be a teacher brought to your life at this time to take you in a new direction. This could also be a new love interest with a woman who is thoughtful, conscious, and aware. Or like the thinking man, the card could represent a side of yourself that's ready to blossom and bring clarity and assistance to the world. If so, find your voice and let your wisdom shine.
Okay, 47 equals 11. Okay? Hello.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, that could, again...
somebody out there could be a master number 11, or a 2. But, yeah. Pretty interesting.
Okay, so yeah, what I was definitely getting off this, this could either, again, I'm going back to doing your own sort of self-work, your self-study, again, delving into that world, or finding a teacher that is going to be really, guiding for you here with this thinking woman and with the high priestess. And so what's really crazy, the next two cards we have here is healing.
Oh my God.
Candle flame, burn this hour, bring me your healing
29
power.
29 equals 11.
And then we have health. Mother Earth sweet, Mother Earth bright, bring me your health and might. And again, we have the caduceus over here. So again, I was saying there's a big emphasis here on like health, on, I feel like, fitness, diet, maybe this earth sign that's coming in, or like whoever represents this Knight of Pentacles, they could be maybe a doctor or a nurse, or maybe they work in some sort of field like that, or maybe you do. Or again, this just goes back to the message of working more on your healing.
Yes, that's exactly what it is about. It's about healing in your life. But I feel like with her also as well, it could be like a... either you're a light worker, they're a light worker, they know about health and the body, maybe they could be into acupuncture. A lot of martial artists know, like good ones, know about acupuncture pressure points, Reiki, the body, energy, all that kind of stuff.
And I just saw 1414, so that might be significant for somebody who's watching this.
So, but I think this cracks me up because this is 29 and 29. You add that up and it's 11. So we have that 11 energy coming through again, which is a very powerful master number. And, you have 3 as well. So definitely, and these are successive cards, by the way,
they are.
as well. So I think this person coming in also could help you to upgrade your health a little bit. Mm-hmm. Maybe they're going to have some answers or some insights into helping you along with that as well. Maybe you both work in the health field as well.
I just got Earth Angel, perhaps.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's significant for somebody watching this.
Mm-hmm.
And so, moving into the final cards that we have here for some little extra sassy messages from the Fire Witch Tarot, we have get out of bed, social media has you stuck, and then we have stop thinking negative and watch how shit changes. And again, there was that message here for you guys, especially with that High Priestess of Water. Water is a changing element. So again, be very mindful of your thinking, and also, get off social media a little bit, because that could be leading to some negative mindset. It could lead you into sort of, maybe you're like stalking your ex's, like, Facebook or Instagram, and you're just kind of like stalking them because you're kind of dwelling in this negative mindset of like what you've lost, but really you didn't lose anything. You gained
it, baby.
Yeah.
You gained it.
Again, so maybe, this could also be a message for your own health, completely disconnecting to like, to the internet, from electronics, because I know that, you know, that is the thing that a lot of people do. You know, they go on kind of like a retreat, no technology, none of that, and just kind of get out into nature.
Okay, what I got when she said that is that this person is going, you're going to be like, oh, you know, like when you're with them, it's going to be so amazing that you guys are just going to shut all that shit down, and you're just going to be so into each other and like spending quality time together without all this. And it's going to actually improve your well-being, your
vibration,
and your vibe. So yeah.
I also feel like maybe this person who's coming in, they're going to be, I don't want to say this and make it seem like it's a negative thing when that's not what I mean, but maybe a little bit old fashioned. Maybe they don't really have social media. Maybe they don't really like social media, and they just kind of want to experience life instead of experiencing it through a screen.
There are several celebrities who do not have things like Instagram and Twitter and crap.
Nope.
I think Alexander Skarsgård is one of them.
Daniel Radcliffe
is another one. You know, they just like their privacy, I guess, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. So this person could be that, or this is what else I got. Their job is very
tech savvy.
Well, it might be something in a field where security is an issue. So they don't deal with social media because of what their job requires, some top secret clearance or something like that. So they don't go on social media a lot.
Mm-hmm. So I was getting the sense of like DC and like FBI, because we had the warrior card. So maybe they kind of
CIA.
are like, something like that.
Camp Perry.
So yes, I think that is everything we're seeing for your cards here. If this reading resonated, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below what you thought about it. If you would like to help and support the channel in any way, there's always links down in the description for that. There's also links to my Instagram, my twins' Instagram. And if you're curious at all about, you know, booking a personal or private reading, there's information down there for that as well. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.